It has been a long day, a lot of driving, and I think it was worth it because finally, after almost a year, now that I think about it, this car is running and driving and functioning after me personally attempting a lot of things, even outside of my realm of knowledge, and luckily thanks to our friends at Poor People Racing, aka Sean Kirby and his team, the Cefiro is running and driving. It was a dumb issue that I couldn't really source anyways with, one, the tools I had, and two, just quite honestly electrical knowledge. I'm not there yet. Doesn't really matter what it was. Point is, the car is running and driving now. Did a compression test. It has 165 psi on pretty much all 6 cylinders. I think he said a couple of them were between like 163, whatever. And the car also has a new GTR fuel pump, new coil pack and harness setup, starter, clamps, vacuum lines. So basically all I'm gonna do now is do a full fluid check over on vacuum lines, couplers, clamps, etc. And I'm excited because, well, we haven't decided yet if this is gonna happen or not, but if this is true what he's saying, I'm hyped about it because you know what I'm talking about. So.
All right, so hey, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this decision based on what you guys are gonna react. So basically what we're trying to figure out, we were debating on what to do with the Cefiro. So your response is gonna really matter in this one. So should we
drift car,
button it up and sell it, or make it the RB Power drift car? We have been talking about doing our own sponsored drift car for a while now, and I think we have a perfect platform with the Cefiro. But, you know, we want to know what you guys think. We're just happy that the car is finally running, though. Like my son just said, big shout out to Sean. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're about 2-3 miles from the shop.
To give you a rundown, the car, RB25, coilovers, LSD, control arms, full exhaust. I think it's got like a Neo turbo, again upgraded coil packs, bigger injectors, fuel pump. The car has the power.
It doesn't need much.
And it looks good. It's hot boy, 3-piece wheels, lowered, rolled fenders. It's got a kit, whatever. Point is, I'm eager to drive again. I'm sure it'd be fun to see him behind the wheel doing donuts or trying to learn how to drift, because I kind of was progressing more and more every week with my old vert, and then my accident happened. And obviously I feel like this would be cool because this would be a car we could both put money into and drive and not care as much if we beat on versus like my S14 or his GTR or whatever the case may be. Point is, leave in the comments if we should make this a drift car. And if it's 90%, I'll take 59% comments for drift car.
What are you talking about?
Drift. Also, fun fact, there's a drift event this weekend, so if we upload this soon enough, we'll see what you guys say, because Showtime's got an event, and then next week is OSW too, which is a skid pad, which is a perfect place to drift.
Hey, we're unloading the car in about 10 minutes, so hang out here with us. We're unloading in 10 minutes. You guys can see the car, hear the car, and like I said, tell us what you think. So we just got back to the shop, as promised. As you can see, it's been anticipated. We all want this car to run. So, and there it goes.
Yeah, like we got a new friend.
it sounded like that diff was welded just now. Did you hear that? Oh. This diff might be welded.
Okay, this is drift ready, dude. Oh my god. What? I did not need this right now. Oh man.
Well, I think it's safe to say we found our drift car. I think it's safe to say we have found our drift car. So is it safe to say we found our drift car?
I am not saying this. This car, I got you, 1 second. This car, in my opinion, from Japan, I think it was set up to be a drift car. Like a street kind of like an OSW style car, like a car you can drive to the track and have fun because...
What do you think of the diff? I think it's welded.
I think it's welded. It snaps way too easy.
Oh my God, there goes that pole. Wait, let him do it in here. Yeah, that pole, man.
Anyway, so the Cefiro. You guys saw at least what 3-4 videos now of us picking it up, cleaning it up, messing with it, putting it back together. So for those of you that remember, the car basically was getting a whole new engine harness. I tried my best and to my knowledge to figure out what was causing it to not run, from cam angle sensors, throttle position sensors to maps, and couldn't figure it out. So we contacted our friend Sean Kirby from Port People Racing in Punta Gorda. Figured out it was just a couple small things, nothing too serious, stuff that he just knew right off the bat that I just unfortunately haven't learned yet. So now that we picked the car up, I ended up doing a compression test on it. It has like 165 PSI on all 6 cylinders, brand new cam angle sensor, brand new injectors, fuel pump, fuel filter, coil packs. The engine harness itself is pretty much brand new. Car is awesome, and I mean, and I'm not even just saying that, the car is like an absolute just blast to drive. It is comfy, it feels good, it sounds good, it's reliable. It's basically a 4-door S13, just a little more comfier, and obviously with a badass motor in it. So yeah, it's officially running and driving and all put back together. So we're gonna show you guys real quick the car and talk about some things that I like about it and what our plans are, potentially a street kind of drift car, something we can take to like, OSW and have fun and on the skid pad and drive it home, you know what I mean? So nothing like a dedicated full out, tube front, tube rear track car, like just a fun car that we can beat on and not care as much about, so to speak, than our other cars. So let's get to it. So my favorite thing about the car, which I've said over and over again, is the engine bay. It's been just completely cleaned up, completely repainted. Everything's tucked. I mean, at this point, it's basically just an engine in here, and I love it because it's so clean, but at the same time, it's basically eliminated everything that's just kind of unnecessary, even though the funny thing is, it's basically all stock. I mean, power steering, AC, all the wiring, but as you can see, it's just so well rounded out between function and form and just looking good. I know the sun's kind of killing the shot, but it's just awesome, and it's so easy to work on. I mean, besides the crossover pipe on the stock manifold doing plugs and whatnot, it's such a such a nice setup, and I love it. My other personal favorite thing is obviously the front end of the car. The glass projector lights with the big front mount, the way the bumper's been cut for it to look. I think it looks sick. Just did front and rear strut bars, just adjusted the coilovers. Come to find out these are actually HKS coilovers on this car, which explains a lot as to why the car just transitions so nice and feels so good on bumps. Obviously the SSR Viennas. And finally hearing this car, it was so just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a good thing, because when I put it on the lift, I noticed basically turbo back, it's a full Gretty exhaust, straight all the way back to a really nice muffler. Sounds amazing, that true RB tone. Turbo sounds awesome. I mean, the car is just overall just a fun car and different, you know, it's unique. Yeah,
indelible.
Exactly, and it's unique, you know, it's not like, I get it, it's not a Skyline, it's not a Supra, whatever, but it's cool because 95% of people that have been around this car or, you know, don't know as much, like, what is this? Like, what is it? You know, and I'm like, it's a 4-door S13 with an RB in it. It's the best way to put it. But that's why I like it, and that's kind of why I'm aiming towards more to be like a drifty kind of car, because man, I've drifted to 40s, Z's, Skylines, E36s, and this car is by far, no joke, the easiest car I've ever drifted. Like, the way it just snaps and transitions is so smooth, and Lucas can even tell you. I mean, love it. I love it. And I mean, yeah, you know, it's a little bit harder to find parts for it, but it's, you know what I mean? It's 2021. Go online, you can get anything, you know, so we'll see. So I'm excited for the plans. I'm hoping that's going to be the case what we do with the car. One way or another, it's still an awesome car that can just be a great daily, you know what I mean? Drive it, you know, kick it around occasionally and still have AC and heat. And as you can see here real quick, all the space, I mean, there's like, we had Ben in here, who's a pretty big dude, Andis, we're all comfortably sitting in here. The only thing left to do is just put a radio in it, and yeah, I gotta put one pillar on the driver's side and it's good to go. Because even in the interior is actually really nice. I mean, the whole car, you can see, is all well put together. I mean, it's first thing I had done when we picked the car up was the black carpet, clean everything up. I mean, you know, there's a couple small rust areas, which, you know, it's stupid little things like right here under the mirrors and stuff like that we're gonna have to touch up. And again, you know, we're not hiding any of that, and that's stuff that provides content, teaches us how to fix rust, you know what I mean? So it's a cool car. It's definitely given us a bit of a headache, but it's taught us to search for things that we weren't, you know, knowledgeable about, and ironically enough, here we are. So dude, we literally just started the car right now. Are you recording this?
Yeah.
I don't get it. What happened? Car sits overnight, or actually the car's been sitting for the last 2 days, starts right up, drive it to Brandon's, go to the gas station, shut it off, come back, go here, start it, and now it's dead? Try starting it real quick. I just don't get it. Alright, well, we're gonna push it. That's perfect there. Alright, here's attempt number 2. I would say push it from the back. Ready? A little bit more, that should get it to go if we go harder. Ready? Woo! Now to figure out why it shut off. Okay, so alternator's good, had it tested, and I know it came off my RB. Again, literally, car sat for 2 days. Started up this morning right up, so I don't know. I think did something.
Lights on or anything?
No, nothing.
Pretty good.
All right, so I'm improvising. Well, actually, if you guys look under here, let me show you as well. So obviously, that's the corner where the bolt's supposed to go through. So what I did was I took a metal bracket right there, which I think you can see on camera. It's basically bolts up to here. There's that metal bracket there, and then I can bolt it up to the stock bolt on the fender. And that should theoretically allow me to keep the bumper on. It won't obviously sit as high, but it's better than no bumper, right? So. And this, guys, is, you know, as Lucas and I were talking about, just a prime example of showing you not every car you see online is perfect. Like, I mean, yeah, look, I'll tell you firsthand, the GTR, everything's perfect on that car. But it just, you know, little things like this is what brings the car character, in my opinion, and just shows you we're just like, you know, everybody else watching. I mean, yeah, is this the proper way? No, but it's not a 1,000 horsepower GTR or Supra or Lambo, whatever, so. But it works, it's on there, and it's fine, and it looks good. So, oh, look at that, beat me to it. Awesome, bumper's on. Now we are gonna go show you guys Lucas's car with skirts on it. Sir, could you put this away, please? Looks really, really good. I definitely think, as Lucas and I were agreeing on, and this is one, my friend, those are Lucas's. It definitely, I think, really adds to the rest of the look of the car, because now, like, because before, you know what I mean, like the wing kind of was like big with no skirts, rear bumper. Now it's just like there. So I'm hyped for him. I know he's hyped, even though he's behind camera, but he's smiling. So. Alright guys, thank you for watching today's video. Well, we're going to try and pump out as much content as we can now that we're really focused on doing these vlogs and the features. And of course, leave in the comments what you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear about, work on. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, share, please. It helps us out and keep this place alive. And see you next video.